Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Wednesday the 19th of May 2021. Today in Millwall news exclusive from the South London Press, and it's this: Millwall set to sign Hull City goalkeeper George Long and strike deal for Scott Malone. That's a bit weird because yesterday we were linked to a different goalkeeper, Joe Lumley, but okay. And the Lions are also Millwall look set to sign Hull City goalkeeper George Long when he becomes a free agent at the start of July. And the Lions are also understood to have a permanent deal locked down for Scott Malone. The South London club are looking to add a shot stopper to provide competition to Husky. They have released Frank Fielding, who had been second choice. Long is a former England under-20 international, and his contract with the Tigers is up at the end of the next month. The 27-year-old came through the youth ranks at Sheffield United and impressed on a season-long loan at AFC Wimbledon in the 2017-18 season, making 45 appearances in League One. Long has been hot on Hull's books since July 2018 and played 45 times in their last championship campaign. Malone, 30, is out of contract at Derby County from July the 1st, scored 6 goals in 43 outings for the Lions after being tempted back to SC16 by Millwall boss Gary Rowett. So George, we're linked with George, and this isn't clickbait. This isn't this is from londonnewsonline.co.uk, which is the South London Press's online website. This is Richard Corley, so this is top grade information being given out to the supporters. This isn't a clickbait site, so if this is being published, it means the deal's probably going to happen. And it probably means there was some rumours on the forums about a medical for Scott Malone this week. I assume that's some kind of insurance thing to go with the signing. When you actually buy a player, it's your responsibility to do due diligence to make sure they're fit and all that before you give them a contract. So I assume, even though he's been playing for us for the season, that's why we're doing a medical on Scott Malone. So maybe they're doing a medical on this guy as well at the same time. But we'll see. But so yesterday we were linked with Joe Lumley, QPR goalkeeper, who's out of contract as well. And I think it was a website, Football Insider. If you see yesterday's video, it's in that the video that I made. And the website Football Insider said Middlesbrough and Millwall are battling it out to sign Joe Lumley. So guess what's happened today? Middlesbrough signed a QPR goalkeeper on a 2-year deal. So he's gone to Middlesbrough. So Middlesbrough will sign goalkeeper. This is from bbc.co.uk. Middlesbrough will sign goalkeeper Joe Lumley when his contract with QPR expires this summer. 26-year-old has agreed terms with T-Siders. We will be reunited with boss Neil Warnock, who he worked with briefly at QPR in 2015-16. Lumley played 84 games for Rangers, conceded 120 goals, and joins Borough on a 2-year deal with the option of a further year for both parties. I've always rated him highly, Warnock said of Lumley. I know he's excited about coming here, and he can't wait to play in front of the Riverside crowd. Borough had Fulham's Marcus Bettinelli and free transfer signing Jordan Archer's senior goalkeepers this season. So he's being brought in to replace Bettinelli because Bettinelli's gone back to Fulham. So it seems that he's gone there for first team football. Because I imagine, comparing him to Jordan Archer, that he would actually be the first choice there. Whereas coming to Millwall, he's going up against Biakowski, who's won Player of the Year two times in a row. So, yeah, I imagine he's thinking to himself, "Oh, if I go to Middlesbrough, I might actually be playing week in, week out, rather than sitting on the bench at Millwall." So that's why that's happened. So there you go. That's why we're being linked with George Long. Maybe we were in for Joe Lumley, maybe we weren't. Who knows? But Joe Lumley's gone to Middlesbrough, and it looks like we're signing George Long. Moving on, there's also been some news from Scottish press. I there's been quite a few stories about in the Scottish press about Millwall. I don't know if they've got a taste of all the Millwall fans clicking on their websites from the Danny McNamara deal and the James Brown deal, and they thought, oh, our numbers are up. Every time we mention Millwall, all the Millwall fans come to our website to look at it. So this happened with Danny McNamara, James Brown, being linked with Alan Campbell, being linked with Ryan Porteous at Hibernian. So I think the Scottish media have kind of figured out that if they talk about Millwall players or players being linked with Millwall, that they get extra views on their websites. And why am I telling you this? Because we've got this from nottheoldfirm.com, which is a Scottish website that reports mainly on Scottish football teams and news that is not Celtic or Rangers. And we've been linked with Scott McMann, and they say Scott McMahon attracting interest from Hibs and Millwall after Hamiton relegation. So Scott McMahon could be set to leave Hamiton Academical as Hibs and Millwall step up transfer interest in the Accies left back. So he's a left back. St Johnstone manager Callum Davidson is also set to rival his weekend Scottish Cup final opponents Hibs and former employers Millwall for the defender who was relegated to the Scottish Championship with Hamilton last week. So it seems to be a three-way tussle there. McMahon has been with Hamilton throughout his entire career, making over 200 appearances so far. He still has 2 years left to run on his deal. That hasn't put off Scottish Premiership clubs and English Championship side Millwall, the latter preparing for a summer rebuild after finishing mid-table in England's second tier. Hamilton lost 2-0 to Kilmarnock on Sunday as they bowed out of Scotland's top flight after a 7-year stint. Millwall were there to watch McMahon in action, and they could make a summer move, with Hibs and St Johnstone already putting McMahon on their shopping list. He is available if clubs can meet his asking price. So they're saying there was a scout for Millwall in the ground, and they know that he was watching McMahon. There you go. Although it seems that's the author there, which looks like a little kid in primary school. No offence, mate, but that picture doesn't do you justice. So that kid in the primary school is writing a story about McMahon being linked to Millwall because there was a scout in the stands watching him play for a left back position. So although we don't, so does that mean? I think Ryan Porteous is a left back as well. So have we switched from Ryan Porteous to this guy because he's going to be cheaper, or he's more likely to sign? Weird one, bit of a weird one, but there you go. So in light of today's movements and reported news, I've got this the list I'm keeping of all the players that have been linked with Millwall this summer and how it's going. So we've got 12 players so far: Jamie Patterson, Cameron Brannigan, Charlie White, Ryan Porteous, Jay Matate, Alan Campbell, Chuba Akpon, Luke McCormick, Jake Watmore, Joe Lumley, George Long, and Scott McMahon. And Joe Lumley is not coming to Millwall. He's gone to Middlesbrough, and that's the only one so far, I believe. And we'll see as we get to June and July where all these players end up. Will any of them come to Millwall, or will we be surprised? Will it be someone we don't even know about? A total surprise. Who knows? Getting back to the Millwall stuff. One last story for today's video is this. So the club put this up today. This is from millwallfc.co.uk, and it's pre-order your Husky Bundle now. Now what happened was, when fans were still allowed to go, there was a clamouring for What is this Husky? What is this Husky Chocolate? What is it? I can't find it in Tesco's. I can't find it in Sainsbury's. I can't find it in Asda. I can't find it in Waitrose. Yes, Millwall fans do shop in Waitrose. Not all of them, but some of them. And they're like, what is this Husky Chocolate? Well, I want to drink it. So they managed to bottle up a load and put it in the club shop, assuming that the fans will be able to buy it on match days and stuff, I imagine. But that's, of course, all the goings on, and the fans not being able to go. That kind of went off the rails there. So they've got loads of this bottles of Husky Chocolate that they haven't been able to shift. So now I assume that they've done this thing here. So they've got this really good looking, it looks pretty decent, white baseball cap with a Mill logo on the front, Husky Chocolate branding on the side. But they've been signed, so it's a limited edition, and it's been signed by 4 different players. So it says Husky Bundles are available to pre-order in the Lion store, consisting of 12 packs of Huskies original chocolate drink. I think that says they're 250ml, so they're 250ml. If you don't know, that's like less than a can of Coke. And the signed limited edition Husky baseball cap. Don't delay and get your order in today. The caps are signed by one of 5 first team players: Billy Mitchell, Danny McMann, Mason Bennett, Jed Wallace, and Bartosz Białkowski. So there you go. So they've got the players to sign these baseball caps, bundled it with the chocolate just to try and get rid of it. So, and I'm not going to lie to you, I actually bought one. They don't ship until the 26th of May. It says they're all limited edition. This is the shop.millwfc.co.uk. It's the Lion store. There you go. All of the kits are on sale, but you'll be lucky unless you're small or a 4XL. You've got no chance. They've basically all gone. But these, so I bought the Danny McNamara one, and they're 45 quid. So, but you're buying the cap. To be honest, you're buying the cap, aren't you? Because it's signed, and it's a decent looking cap. Looks alright. I don't know. Get your hands on it and see what the stitching's like and that kind of thing. But it looks alright. And you got Billy Mitchell, Jed Wallace, Danny McNamara, Białkowski, and Mason Bennett. So there you go. 45 quid. I bought the Danny McNamara one, like I said. I thought I'd just share that with you. Bit of a funny story like that. They've got all these bottles of Husky Chocolate they can't shift. So they've decided to get the players to help them out by signing some baseball caps and chucking it in with it. I don't know why they just don't literally. It might get to it in a couple of weeks. Like any order at the Lion store, we're gonna chuck in a free bottle of Husky Chocolate. Order now. Free chocolate, or maybe even season tickets and memberships. Come down to the den and renew your season ticket, and we'll chuck a bottle of Husky Chocolate in your hands. Either that, or they're just gonna have to pour it down the drains. So that's it for today's Millwall news. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.